a decent amount of the party aspect. So
Makes
that's
sense.
why there's going to be an open bar. There's probably going to be performances. And then we want to send them off because it's going to end at 6 p.m. We want to send them off into Greektown. We're going to have a very, very good experience there. You know, all the folks that are coming into town as well can experience the city. So that's our goal for this event, a more condensed education format, and then the 3-hour party at the end. And obviously, there's going to be sponsors, vendors, and networking in between all over during the event.
Can we ban everyone from tweeting quotes from the people speaking and then hashtagging?
No.
Nobody listens. Nobody listens. They only listen for that quotable thing they can tweet. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
From hashtag Daily Detroit.
We got to have you on a panel, by the way, or speaking, Jeremiah.
He'll be there with us.
Nice.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to a thing except looks up quotable like
hashtag social media
He's got
events.
his iPad in front of his face.
Yeah, totally.
'Cause he's filming
iPad
everything.
Mini.
iPad Mini because he's filming everything.
Social media events are the only events where it's completely appropriate for you to be looking at your screen the whole time while you're having a face-to-face discussion with someone.
That was what was her
work
face?
anywhere else.
Shannon that came to one of our events.
Shannon Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shannon Paul. And she's like looking down at her screen. She didn't look up for 1 minute, and she's texting on how great of an event it is. Like, you haven't talked to one
That's
person
the
this
best.
whole.
I do. God, that was one of the events at the Blackfin
I know, it
years ago.
totally
I
was.
totally remember that.
Well, we're in social too. It's like not just like visual. It's not just experiential, but it's also like the content, right, that you're getting from digital. So yeah, it could be the best event she was experiencing based on the stream, you know, based on seeing people she knew, you know, based on hearing things as well. Because, you know, women are kind of good at multitasking. So
We're not.
There's that.
Yeah, we're not. We're way too simple creatures.
All right. Well, hey, so it's smami.org
Yes.
where people can find out about the tickets.
Absolutely.
And it's code IT and the D. And it's Friday. It ends at 6. It starts when?
It starts at 8:30. That's when breakfast is. The first presentation starts at 9.
Okay.
And we wrap up the presentations at 3 o'clock.
And it's where? I don't think we hit that.
It's at the Athenaeum in Greektown.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Athenaeum, yes.
I've been saying Athenaeum all these years.
You've had incorrect syllable
I'm
emphasis.
totally calling it the Athenaeum. I don't care.
Well, now you know.
So before we part ways, I got to pick your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what's next because that's an awful question, but like it's for terms of trends going on. You know, you see stuff pop up and go away. Snapchat, I think, is one of those ones I'm still trying to figure out in terms of a platform because I don't like the idea of things going away. The whole story, you know, if you're going to post a story. Like Instagram, I get. But like, what's next in terms of trending? Is there that thing that's kind of like, you know, LO or, you know, something coming up that we don't really we know about everything going on?
I'm pretty sure
right
it's
now?
not LO.
I know.
Definitely
You know what I'm saying.
not LO.
I know. I'm just saying.
I think what's trending right now is video. And I think what's like live streams, Periscope did it very well until Facebook introduced it. And Facebook is really taking over that space. So live streaming, video content, that's really the next phase. And how it's going to evolve is really, we can't completely comprehend it. I feel like we're moving closer than Minority Report. We were talking about predictive analytics.
But not like
you
video,
know.
because video, I think Facebook Live, frankly, sucks.
To be honest,
think
the tech is I think they're still working on it.
Yeah, I don't, because like I want to, like Netflix, I want to slide forward and back and you're stuck and there's nothing going on. Or like I got a 3-second attention span because I got ADHD.
Well, you can, but after the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys see our interview with Jason Falls? So you can have a 2-person Facebook Live now. So it can be kind of like what was that? There's a certain platform, right? It sunsetted before Periscope blew up.
Vine? No, it was
like a multi-person.
Google Hangouts, it's kind of the same principle.
Yeah. Love Google. But not so much Hangout.
Right.
I think they're definitely still trying to finesse their video and their live stream experience. YouTube now has a live stream experience that we're going to be implementing into our tactics moving forward.
You know, we've looked at that for some of the events that we do because it's got the whole live stream. You can make it an event and you can make it,
What I still love about Periscope, though, is that you can see global events, right? You can tap into any recording or any live stream that's going on. I remember around the time of the France, the terrorism, the shooting in France, and I was really immersed in the conversations, and essentially you're looking at what's happening through another person's eyes, right? And could this be integrated into AI some way where maybe there's cameras?
Speaking of Google,
Right.
Where I mean it's kind of Big Brother and all of that, but
speaking of live video and having to shoot the video, it's amazing. There was a shot today of was it Six Flags in New York? Like the little cups that go across the park at Cedar Point that are the most scariest ride in the whole entire park. Some girl slipped
saw that
out of one, and here you have 5 people filming and like 5 guys trying to help her catch.
Right.
It's like, what's your first instinct to like pull out my camera? Like, what in the? And then there's that plane where almost everyone thought they were going to die, and everyone's praying or hugging or holding each other. Pull out your camera and film it.
It's like, but first, let me take a selfie.
But here's the thing too. I think it's incredibly powerful what we have now for digital communications and video, especially in live streaming. The Philando, I think
Castile, yep.
Yes, Philando Castile case where that shooting occurred. Her boyfriend was shot, and immediately she jumped on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And if that hadn't happened, where she was on Facebook Live and people saw this, how much media attention would it have gotten?
She got trashed for it too. It's like, what's your first instinct? Pull out my camera and start filming, or put some pressure on the wound.
Dude, honestly, if I was her, I wouldn't have gone anywhere near whatever was happening with the guy that just got no.
That would have been my first. I would have been the worst. If that's me, there's no way I'm pulling my phone out. I wouldn't know what. I'd freak out.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of these events that have happened, with Black Lives Matter, a lot of them are really they gain traction because there was that video taken.
Rodney King, it would never have been a thing if it was no video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how many incidents? Regardless of race, really, it's really about police brutality. Do you know how
had there
many
been a
of
camera?
How many of these go completely, unnoticed or under the radar because there's no evidence, there's no video,
or they can get squashed because there's no video.
Exactly. So this is why these front-facing cameras on police are extremely important. The cameras integrated into vehicles are very important.
Absolutely.
It's a curve. So a lot of law enforcement institutions do not have this yet.
Well, and for some reason they seem to malfunction.
Yeah, or they cover the camera, the camera. So, I think social and digital communications they're very, very important. Syria, for instance, and just getting the word out, and these countries and cities where they block media from coming in and going out. They censor them.
Right, we've talked about that. Where basically, Aaron has said, we're not giving any more IP addresses to countries that block social media.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot of movements have started from social. So, as far as what's trending and where it's going, with Snapchat especially, you were like, you're really involved.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. So here's the thing with Snapchat. So even though they're ethereal, that's the way I pronounce it, right?
Yeah.
Ethereal. It's it's there for a short time and then it disappears. That creates a sense of urgency, right? So these usually ages skew younger. They're constantly on there, posting and communicating with their friends. It's really more they're expressing their lifestyles.
I see it as an like an SMS plus. Right? For me, it's I'm texting you, but I'm also sending a picture and I'm putting text on it and I'm putting like bear ears on me.
But
right?
I would say it's multimedia. It's
but I don't see it as like when these like stories like when you look down, there's like all the events and covering the events and like I don't see it as that because it goes away and to me it loses its power. I think.
Well, stories stay on Snapchat. If you're adding clips to your story, it stays for 24 hours.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, but another thing that you can do is you can actually save your clips, any of your content from Snapchat. And what we suggest that clients do is that they repurpose that content so it's not just living on Snapchat and doesn't disappear after 24 hours because it's a story. And if the story is aligned with your brand, it can be distributed across any channel.
Interesting. So, hey, before we cut you loose, one last plug for Friday.
One last plug for Friday. Well, you guys absolutely do not want to miss this event. We're going to give you a ton of value for as little as $35 for you IT in the D folks. Use the code IT in the D. You'll get a $35 entrance. You get a full day conference, breakfast, lunch, and a 3-hour open bar. So we would love to have you guys there. Social and IT and coding and tech go hand in hand, and marketers always want to work in the best and most effective way possible with the IT department and vice versa, because when it can be done symbiotically and cohesively, magic happens.
Very true.
Sola, thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And this is going to wrap up episode 202 of the IT and the D Show. I'd like to thank Sola Obayan for hanging out with us. Also like to thank our sponsors, Couchbase, Norton, Carvana, and HelloFresh.
Well, and don't forget, Thursday night, we're over at Selena's for the Podcaster Meetup. And
tearing up a local sports bar.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. And then July 11th, we're in Ann Arbor at Connor O'Neill's. And July 20th, we're at Nancy Whiskey. Awesome.
So on behalf of Bob and Dave from IT and the D, do us all a favor. Drink up your drinks. Get your phone numbers. You don't got to go home. You guys got to get the hell out of here. See you next week. Drive careful. Beat it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of your women.
Long live Vlad. You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy. Make the run. The run.
Game over, man. It's game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to, so.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth. Ruth.
Bob loves it in the can.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
That's why I like it in the can.
Joel the truth.
Bear me.
My job is to make sure this program is morally upright and cultural and wholesome.
Shut up, Mimsy. Shut up, Mimsy. Shut up, Mimsy.
Why would Buick put their cars next to the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing. The alphabet. It's brilliant. Yeah, I can't take that position. That analogy sucks because it's right. Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up. Are we at a break yet? Yeah, so now I'm just doing stupid stuff to make me laugh. Venture capital is not the end game.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut.
It's my show. I can say what I want.
Kiss my ass, go home, unplug, get off the goddamn internet. You are everything that is wrong with the internet right now.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me. I love this city. I was banging on the wang.
Really? Should we talk about the tag team? Should I keep going or should I stop?
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.